podcast. It's your boy Nick Diddy here with my cousin Willie G, and we're here to talk that combat sports talk. A lot went on this past weekend. It was a great weekend of fights. Will, how you doing this week, man?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Glad to be here. Welcome back to the show. I know you took your little trip, man. That's awesome. I'm glad you got to go out there and check out the fights. And we skipped last night and decided to do tonight. So yeah, I'm doing good, man. How are you? How was the
I'm good.
trip?
Trip was amazing, man. Fight didn't go the way we wanted it to. We'll get into that. Had a little bit of jet lag. I spent today all day just sleeping. Tried to catch up on the UFC fight so we could talk about that. But all in all, it was a great time, man. Had a good time with the homies. Been a while since we all been out like that, so that was always good time. And yeah, man.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah, there was some good fights this weekend, man, all around. I'm kind of jealous you were at the Bellator fight, man. But we'll get
The
into those
crowd was
fights.
so crazy, man.
Yeah.
Crowd was so crazy. I saw all I keep hearing about, but besides how dope the co-main and main event were, was just like how live the freaking crowd was. I was
It
like, oh
was.
man, we got people gassed up in there.
Oh yeah, did you what did you get a chance to watch the main event yet on video?
Not yet.
Bro, they keep talking about how all the locals love Julius, and I was sitting there thinking, well, there's 15 people from Southampton, New
It's not,
York
it wasn't the
that's
local.
there.
It wasn't
I
the
know, but
local.
I'm just saying. Big John kept saying that during the main event. Big John
Yeah,
and the other dude, and
he must have thought we was from out that way, but
yeah,
it wasn't the locals doing that, baby. It was just 15 of us going hog shit wild.
yeah.
I got back out here. They told me they could hear me distinctly over the television. Like they could distinguish my voice out.
I actually told Melanie the same thing. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I heard Nico a couple times yelling. I
Man,
was like,
I went hog shit crazy. I lost my voice. I'm doing my best to give y'all some form of a voice right now, but man,
yeah,
I was going ballistic.
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, look, let's start with the most ridiculous thing of the week and
All
just
right,
go
let's
ahead
go.
and get that out of the way, man. So this dude, an Italian DJ, um, says that Conor McGregor punched him in the face at a whatever at a club or something like he was DJing at. And I do believe that Conor probably hit him. I also believe Conor was probably completely wasted because this dude says that Conor broke his nose. His nose isn't broken. Look at those eyes, man. He doesn't have some fucked up eyes. I broke my nose 7 times in my life.
I
Your
gotta see.
eyes are,
I gotta see a before and after pick of his nose, man.
yeah, I mean, that's true. But like,
Your eyes do swell up. Your eyes do tend to
yeah,
swell up when you break your nose, though.
for real. And look, yeah, they of course they were chanting Julius, man. You could hear them audibly on TV. Tim Card in the building. Uncle Chill, Chili Willie, what's up, bro? Thank you for joining us tonight.
Man, look,
ECW legend.
we was and original. We was positioned directly behind the people who direct like which cameras to go on now and then, and we were going so crazy. The dude took his headset off. He was like, "Are y'all gonna be doing this all night?" Because we started when Al Bergson was fighting. We was
Okay.
already going in for Julius because they
Yeah.
would keep showing promo packages of the guys. Every time
Hmm.
Vadim would get on the screen, we would boo the freaking. We would go hog shit crazy booing him, like tell him go home, like pack your shit up, it's over for you. We see like
Yeah.
Ryan Bader or Corey Anderson, we were chanting victim. When Julius got on the screen, let's go! Just went fucking nuts, man. It was epic, epic.
That's hilarious, man.
But definitely had the "Let's Go Julius" chant going. It was like a 8-year-old boy in the audience who is officially Julius's biggest fan. He took my slot. He started up a "Let's Go Julius" chant every chance he could. We rode
That's
with
what's
him
up.
even when he was at his lowest. Vadim on top of him, pounding away with elbows. We were still chanting "Let's Go Julius" to the
Yeah.
end, to the very end.
That's awesome, man. That's what's up. So look, so like I was saying, that DJ says Connor was drunk and punched him in the face. All right, for starters, if Connor punches a civilian in the face and actually isn't drunk and really wants to punch him, Nico, we both know that dude would have had a hole in his face.
Yeah,
Number
yeah,
one.
yeah. Yeah,
I
good
mean,
night,
Connor's
Will.
got I don't care what they say about Conor. You're not going to say he still doesn't have some fucking ridiculous power. All right,
OD strength, yeah.
for real. So I don't know if you saw this yet, but of course Jake Paul had to chime in, and he said, "Coked up Conor likes to play tough guy with musicians. Conor, please try and do something when you see me."
Ooh,
Jake Paul. So that was
spicy,
that. Yeah.
spicy.
Yep. So yeah,
I think
there's
Jake
that.
Paul would sleep Connor.
You think so in a boxing match?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
a lot bigger than Conor though. Let's not forget
Yeah,
that.
he's
You
much
know.
bigger than Connor. That's way
Yeah.
too much man for Connor.
Yep. But oh, so before we go any further, man, I just want to throw this up here because when I was looking for the Conor memes, Neko, I swear to God, for some reason this popped up, and I'm like, it's a sign. I need to get this for Neko. So there you go, man.
yo,
That's
yo,
your guy.
that's so crazy. You did that. I'm gonna send you something while you're doing that
That's your
shit.
boy, man.
That is my dude. That is my dude. Tyson Fury said that curses don't exist though.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's what's up. Um, but yeah. So of course, are we putting Conor on the list this week, Neko? Is he a usual suspect?
Yeah, yeah. Connor's on the list. Connor's on the list.
Um, something funny that I wanted to point out. So we've seen two high profile and maybe one medium profile domestic accusations, whatever, domestic abuse accusations of MMA fighters. You know, Chuck and John Jones, they're both big names. Then you got Louis Pena, who, Violent Bob Ross, he's not a big name. Casual people would not know him.
Right.
You know, more like hardcore fans. That's what's up, man. I got that
Nah,
picture
man. Yeah. Because it's Pico season, baby.
for
It's
real.
Tim season. It's hoodie season. It's the switch up. Fall is here.
For real.
That's light skin boy work right there.
Yep. Hey, so look, so Neko, how ridiculous is it that John Jones comes out and says, you know, I didn't do it. He said, I know basically he said something along the lines of, I know my daughter, whatever, said I did, but they were asleep when we were arguing. They didn't wake up till it was over. They didn't know what actually happened. Chuck Liddell basically accused his wife of having mental issues and saying that she was the one that was going to get
Yep.
arrested, but
Yep.
he went instead.
Yeah.
Louis
Chuck
Pena,
Liddell
that
did.
motherfucker, he's just not saying anything. He's like, fuck it, they caught me, man. Like, seriously, what the fuck is up with that dude, man? I'm
Hitting
just
women and
like,
snatching purses, right? Is that what he did?
yeah, what a loser, man.
Yeah,
For
man.
real.
Crazy.
And you had said something to me about somebody that we knew that knew him and was talking shit about him. Not talking shit, but just saying how sketchy he was.
Nah, he just let
And
me
it,
know what's up.
it
He
just
let me know.
shows, you know what I mean? It just shows how accurate that description was. Um,
Go back. Y'all go back in
yeah.
the archives. It's on this. It's on this show, right? We did it on
Yep.
the
Oh
episode.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, man. He's just a
So
piece of shit.
yeah, man. So we know those three are on the list. So Neko, all right. I know you just watched all the fights from UFC, like the important ones.
I watched from Fiora up.
Okay, perfect. All right. So you saw the Andre Arlovsky fight,
Let's go.
bro. All right. So we'll talk about that
Go.
in a minute. See, this is the problem, man. When we try to talk about things and then we got to go back and talk about the
No, don't
results.
start there. Start with the female. Start with Fiora.
Yeah, okay, we could do that. That's right. I mean, there's like a whole story though that I want to talk about that stemmed from the event but doesn't have to do with the results, but I don't want to talk about the results until after I talk about that. So we'll
Okay.
do UFC first, then we'll do Bellator. But I got a little rant I'm gonna go on, Neko. You might want to like screen record it or something, man. I might get a little hostile. Um,
Strapped in, baby. I'm strapped in.
because I'm kind of pissed off about something, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm Dave Chappelle tonight. Let's put it that I'm in my Dave Chappelle state of mind right now.
All right.
But you know, I'm gonna go off a little bit. But yeah, Fior, how do you say it? Fior?
Fiora. That's
Fior,
her
yeah, there
last
you go.
name. Yeah.
Defeated Mayra Buena Silva, unanimous decision, even had a 30-26 round in there. Um, just dominated, man. I mean, it wasn't even much of a fight as far as that goes. She was all over it. And actually earlier in the night, and me and Neko and Ben all told you, Bruno Silva did knock out Andrew Sanchez exactly like we said it would happen. I just want to throw that out there, not bragging, but we said he would knock him out, and he knocked him out. Um, but yeah, Fiora she was just too much, man. I mean, she was just too much for her. It wasn't even like they were in the same league. I mean, wouldn't you say?
Nah, man. I was not familiar with Fiora before this fight. I
Right.
was super impressed with her. I think that she could have probably went to the body with her hands more. She had this blitzing 1, 2, 3 thing going on where she would switch stances as she would throw the 1, 2, 3 and try and loop around the high guard with her hook. I thought she
Hmm.
could probably take it to the body more, but where she lacked with that, she made up for it with the side kicks to the body and the teeps at the leg and everything like that. She had a nice little takedown in the first round. I thought that
Right.
was dope. But yeah, all in all, I thought that that girl looked good, man. She high
Yeah.
volume striker, man. Over
Yeah.
300
Not bad at
attempts,
all.
man.
Yep. Not bad at all, man. She's pretty good. Let's see. That was her third fight in the UFC. She had knocked out both of her previous opponents,
Wow.
so she's 3-0 in the UFC. 8-1 overall. She hasn't lost since her first fight, and that was a split decision. So that's pretty legit.
Pretty damn legit.
Yeah. So that's a flyweight woman that you may see getting ranked sooner than later. Um, so definitely somebody to look out for. Neko, the next fight shocked me, bro, because the first round went exactly like I thought it would go. Eric Gonzalez, he won the first round against Jim Miller,
Did
and he
he?
was looking. Yeah,
Did
he
he
won the
though?
first round. Yeah, he did.
Did he
We'll have to
though?
look at the scorecards, but I think he did. It wasn't it wasn't a walk in the park for Jim Miller that first round.
It wasn't a
But
walk in the park, but I still feel like the biggest moment of that round went to Jim Miller with those three fucking vicious left hands. That's
yeah,
the only thing that they replayed when they came back from the break as well. They
that's
showed
true.
how hurt he was by those left hands.
Yeah,
They spoke about it very highly, all for him to run across the ring and then get clipped with another one and fold up like a lawn chair.
Jesus, that was a hell of a knockout in the second round, man. Jim
Oh my
Miller.
god, man, he had some heat on that motherfucker, didn't he?
Yeah, Jim Miller, man. What bad motherfucker, bro. Like, I didn't think he had it in him to beat these young guys anymore. And I mean, he proved me wrong, flat out. I'll say it. I was
Silva
dead
did
wrong.
have him. He did have him hurt and stunned early in the
Yeah,
first round, but Jim hit him with that knee pick immediately.
yeah,
He
yep,
immediately knee picked him and started playing the
yeah,
ground game on him. So I don't know, man. I might still roll with Jim for that first round. Seriously.
yeah. He's a crafty veteran, bro. You're not gonna man, you're not gonna punk Jim Miller ever.
No.
Don't even try. And bro, I mean, like, and he's an awesome coach too, man. And that dude's been around for a while. We'll talk about the OG here in a minute, but this is one of them. And look, he's got the second most fights in the second most wins in the UFC, most fights in the UFC. I think he's only second behind Cowboy. Um, Most wins in the lightweight division. 34 wins in the UFC, Nico. That is insane, bro.
Super impressive.
Insane. So we talked about it a while back, you and I did, and we said like him and Clay Guida were pretty much the gatekeepers of light heavyweight. I mean, of lightweight, for the most part, for like the last 10 years. And man, he really is, bro. I mean, if you can't beat Jim Miller, you're not going in the top 10. And if
No.
you can beat Jim Miller, you're probably going to get ranked in the top 10. And he showed why, last night or 2 nights ago, excuse me. But man, very very impressive performance. I was shocked. Jim Miller looked awesome, man. He looked great.
For
Uh,
sure.
Hats off to him. That was the best performance I've seen him in since UFC. I think 200. Who did he fight at 200, Nico? Let's see.
I don't have a clue.
I think it was 200. It could have even been 100. I'll be
Could have
honest
been
with you, man.
100, 200, and it's trying to be in 300. I heard.
Okay, that makes
That's his.
sense.
That's his like
Yes,
goal.
bro, yes, you're right. He fought against Takanori Gomi in the first fight of the early prelims and knocked him the fuck out at UFC 200. And
Wow.
this was probably the best performance he's had since then. And that was already 5 years ago. Fucking crazy, man. So cool for that guy. So happy for him, man. I'm glad he's getting the respect he deserves while he's still, you know, in the UFC. But speaking of the respect they deserve, Andre Arlovsky, bro, we called that shit. We said he wasn't going to lose. People were talking
Whispering
about his
talk on his
chin.
name. What's up, man? Don't talk about
Yep.
his chin. Don't talk about him. Period. That's my guy.
Nico, how well scouted did Arlovsky and Greg Jackson, right? Yeah, Greg Jackson, all those guys. How well scouted did they have that one combo that the dude would throw every time?
Bro, like the
Did,
back of the hand.
Andre ducked that hook about
Every time.
15, 20
Every
times.
time.
It was insane. I was like, holy shit. Like,
Like
it
we was
was
in a boxing match because that's all homie
yeah,
was throwing was the hands
yep,
anyway.
all he was throwing. But, like, he
He
had
did
that
it with
one
the nice
combo.
jumping knee though. He had that nice
Yeah,
jumping knee though.
he did. But, man, it was like he had that one combo down. But if you could take care of that one combo, you're not doing anything, man. This dude looked like, bro, I know, and I hate to say it, man, because I don't really want to rag on this dude too much. He's coming off of a loss. But Carlos Felipe looked like the Wish version of Mark Hunt. He really did, bro. I know you like to talk about the Wish version. This dude's the Wish version, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. He gonna try and say he wasn't trying to look like Mark Hunt. He was paying tribute to Charles Oliveira. Stop it. Mark
Mm-mm.
Hunt gotta be an idol walking around looking like that, my boy.
Exactly. But you know what? If Mark Hunt would have landed that knee, he would have put Arlovsky to sleep. Mark Hunt's one of the best finishers we've ever seen in the UFC. This guy is not Mark Hunt, but I mean, you could see it. Like, let's see if let me see if I got that picture right here. I mean, you can't tell me this dude didn't look like a bum version of Mark Hunt, man. I mean, look at that shit. That's just
For
it's
sure,
silly, man. It's ridiculous.
for
But
sure.
Arlovsky, man,
And he got hands though. He do got hands though. If
this
Andre
dude,
would have
yeah,
made a few of them bombs,
he would, yeah, oh yeah. But Andre, he fought very very smart, very safe.
dude,
But
man, his ability to switch stance and combination is crazy, huh? For that age,
Andre, yeah,
yeah,
yep,
dude, yeah, man.
yep.
He was
All night he was back and forth, back and forth.
yes,
Yep,
dude. First two rounds just were a complete wash in his favor. I know that it
yep,
showed in the significant strike area that they were neck and neck in the second round, but it was still a master class with Andre's
yeah,
jab. So
yep.
I don't
You're
know,
right, man.
man. He looked really good, dude.
And every time that dude would miss, Andre would make him pay for it. Man,
Yep.
just the fucking veteran, man. Dude has been his first UFC fight, Nico, was 21 years ago. 21 years ago, bro. That's more than half of your life.
Yeah, dude. It's insane.
It's more than
It's
half of my life. It's
also,
fucking crazy, man.
and that's why I refuse to go against the guy. Like
Mm,
I've literally lived my life watching this man fight. It's so epic. It's outrageous. I
for
tell people
real.
all the time, like they're asking me like about like celebrities and stuff who I fangirl out over, man. There's nobody that they would ever see coming. It's gonna be people like Andre Arlovsky that get me to be like, oh my god, dude, like my mind is blown. Like
Yep.
legends like that, man. Like that's what I grew up like aspiring to be like and loving, dude.
Yeah,
So
you're
I'll
right,
never
man.
go against them. Never pick against them.
Yep. I'm with you on that, man. Um, and you know, like I've met some pretty cool celebrities, Nico, and I've met some of my childhood heroes wrestling on shows with them. But I'm gonna tell you, man, when I got to meet Vanderlei Silva, I think that was the most like starstruck I've ever been. Only because, like we said, this dude is he's one of the most intimidating fighters of all time. And like I was such a big fan of his. And just to meet him, and he was still in the UFC at the time. And bro, like I don't care if he lost the fight. He told me he was gonna kick Chris Lieben's ass. And I was like, he's like, I'm gonna kick his ass. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker. I was
Like,
pumped up. I would have kicked Chris Lieben's ass that night. I was so pumped up, bro.
nah,
Um,
nah, don't do that. Don't
hey, Tim is saying that your audio is a little bit low, bro.
All right, let's see what we can do about that, Tim.
Yeah.
Check it, check it, check it,
Oh,
check it,
I
check
got
it.
your mic volume up. There we go. I turned it up.
You see,
Talk again.
cause Will be fucking with my audio low
Nah.
key. He don't want y'all to hear what's really going on over here. That's what
No,
it
it's
is.
not that. I
He's so
mean,
sick of
normally
me
they have it
having. He's so sick of me having the best takes on this show that he just be trying to shoot my shit down.
I got to
Take
do
it down a
something, bro.
notch, man. You know,
Yep, I
you
got to do
can't have
something.
it. Bendu said he don't want to come on the show no more because my takes is crazy.
Yeah, for real. Nah, Ben's always welcome, man. Ben will be back better. All right, cool. So that takes us to the main event, and I don't know what Aspen Ladd was doing, but it certainly wasn't fighting. Not for the first 3 rounds, at least. The fourth, she showed a little bit of sign of life. The fifth, she showed a little bit of sign of life. Um, oh man, Alpha will be back soon, bro. Tim's asking about Alpha. I talked to Alpha last week. We just need to work it out, man. But he's wanting to come back soon. But Neko, man, this fight between Aspen Ladd and Norma Dumont, man. Okay, Norma didn't look great, and Aspen didn't even look good. You know, I mean,
Yep.
this was a pretty weak main event, and I think
All right, all right.
what you got.
No, why do you say Norman didn't look great?
I felt like she was the less timid of the two fighters, but she still didn't have a great output. She didn't,
Okay.
man.
I don't think that her output was like massive, but she kept it basic with the 1-2, and she
She
kept
did.
Aspen Ladd on the outside, and there was nothing Aspen could do about it. So she just
Yeah.
kind of, to me, she made Aspen just look foolish as hell.
Yeah. Okay. Um, I agree. I mean, and Aspen Ladd, they coming
It's
into this
nothing that
fight,
moves. It's nothing that moves her up the charts by any means, or like does anything, grand for
right?
her in the big scheme of things for her career. But she did what she was supposed to do. She kept her on the outside the whole entire fight.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean that's definitely true, Neko. You're right about that. Um, it just kind of, I don't know. Just overall, I felt like it was a lackluster main event. Um,
I agree. I agree.
but Neko, this is and I don't know if you've been following what's going on, but this is the
Of
fight.
course.
What's that
I said, of course. I know what you're getting into. Go ahead. Go ahead.
about her coach?
Yep.
Correct. Um, her coach had some things to say in the corner that people are not happy about. Okay.
I
Number
don't know
one,
what. I don't know what.
I'm going to show you because I had the video pulled up and I lost it because I had to restart my computer. Let's see. Let me just go to YouTube because I think it should be in my history. They said that he was too hard on her in the corner, Neko.
No.
That literally, that's what.
I watched it. Not only did I watch it on this just now, I pulled it up just him cornering her on YouTube so I could see it without them just muting him. And it
Right.
was like beeped outwards instead, and I still don't think he was hard on her.
No, he wasn't. But look, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it together, Neko. And then we will continue discussing this. But we're gonna check this out together, man, because I'll give my take on it after we watch it. Let's just watch it first, and then we'll talk about it. All right, here we go.
All right. So you're kind of standing in that no man's land. Okay. Lead with your backside, not your front side, because she's trying to counter you with the right hand.
And
okay?
commit with those double jabs to close the distance. That's what the jabs are there for, to close the distance.
Start with the backside. Start looking for your runs, but start with the backside, then finish. Okay. That'll get you in close enough to her legs. Okay. To where you want to be anyway. Okay.
Very clear direction.
Very good so
you're
far.
Around. Okay. You gotta fight. You're down 2-0 now. You gotta fight. You gotta change the pace, and it's gotta be quick. That doesn't mean careless, but you gotta pick up the pace. You're throwing one shot at a time, and she's just sitting there on the outside waiting to counter you. You gotta mix it up. You gotta throw more than one.
3, and then you have to bust. You have to be solid on those double jabs.
And look to come underneath. She's jabbing you to death. Come underneath it. Shoot to a single. Create something. But you've got to come behind more than one. Okay? Start from the backside. Here, she's going to peel that side and throw the run, but then get in her on her legs and make her carry you. We've got to start making her carry you. Right now, she's in a sparring match that there's no time. She's not tired.
Big shot and go.
That doesn't mean
Clear
careless.
direction.
Pace.
Very clear direction. Still nothing wrong with
Yep.
this.
Please tell me what you're doing. You have to throw more than one punch. You got to get into the fight. It's time to fight. It's the 4th round. You're down 3-0. Pick it up. Okay? Fight to win. Fight to win every second of every minute of every round. You have to finish this broad now. If you're down 3-0, you got to pick it up. That doesn't mean be careless, but lead from the backside and set the combinations up and change your levels. Continue to try to wear her down. But if you don't pick up the pace, she's going to continue to stay on the outside and try to pick you apart with the simple 1-2. Okay, that's all she's doing.
More single shots, no more. You have to compress with those double jabs. All right, you have to close the distance. Don't follow her. Don't follow. And freeze every time.
You got to pick it up. You got to win. You have to finish her now. You're down 3-0. Doesn't mean careless. Pick it up though. You've already closed the distance. Hey, I don't know what you're doing. You close the distance and you're jumping out.
Like how you finished.
I don't know what you're waiting for. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? You have cardio through the days. Push the pace.
Now you have to.
No, you have to. You have to go balls to the wall. Caution to the wind, and you got to go. You're down basically 4-0. You may have won that last round. Either way, you have to finish it. So I don't know what you're doing. You got to leave every ounce of you out there. You just around for 3 rounds. Now you're down 3-1. Maybe. You got to pick it up. You got to let it all go. Let it go. But don't lead from this side. Throw the power shot. Sit on your
backside, go double punch.
Smiles from Dumont and knees to the body on the end. 5 rounds.
Okay. Neko, did you see anything that you thought was unreasonable that he said?
No, and the fact that they're dating, he was real nice.
Right.
Real nice. You can't watch a significant go in there and risk their life and you not try and get them fired up while they're getting picked apart.
Yeah.
Or you understand what her life goal is to eventually be a champion, and you're just gonna sit there and let her get away with that shit or talk to her in a nice tone for everybody else's convenience. No, fuck that. She got to know what's going on, and she got to know right then and there.
Yep.
What Apollo tell Rocky? There is no tomorrow.
Yep.
You only as good as your last fight, man. You got to fire them up like Teddy Atlas. It's videos on YouTube right now of best cornerman moments. I've seen cornermen walk up in there and slap their fighter in the face. The only reason people are bitching right now is because that's a female and he's a male.
Right.
It doesn't have shit to do with the profanity that he's using, because the black dude that's next to him also coaching is using profanity as well. He's just talking in a very calm manner. So you're not attacking him. The other guy is very passionate about it, I'm sure, because that's his significant other in that ring right now.
Right.
You're gonna have that passion. You're gonna have that fire.
I got a couple questions for you now.
Let's go.
Neko, you've competed your whole life.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Tim said, I think she was clearly getting frustrated because she continued to not listen round after round. I mean, yeah, she was frustrated, but
come on, Teddy Atlas would get frustrated too, and that's one of the best coaches in the world.
Yeah,
and he's not dating his fighters.
Yep. So Neko, was anything said during that time that you haven't heard a million times in your fighting career? You fought, you've wrestled. I mean, was any of that beyond anything that you'd heard before?
No.
Okay. That's my first question. My second question, if Aspen Ladd would have finished the fight in the 4th or 5th round, would we even be fucking talking about this?
Nah, because we watched the same shit happen versus Yana.
Exactly.
We saw him fire her up this way when she fought Yana, and she went out there and got the finish. Everybody, he got her fired up. All right, so now because she's doing a little sad face and huffing and puffing a little bit because she sees the fight slipping away, now we're going to bust this dude's chops.
Okay.
Nah, fuck that.
So, Neko, and I talked about this last week, Neko. Here's what I think happened. And people are so short-sighted and just have no idea what they're talking about. Okay. Coming into this fight, Miesha Tate and Aspen Ladd had beef. They were talking back and forth. Misha's like, oh, fight me. fight me. Aspen Ladd's like wanting to fight her. They're talking shit. They got this little beef. Hey, cheers, Neko, by the way. Cheers, bro. So they have a beef. The fight ends and Miesha Tate starts talking shit about the way that dude was yelling at her between rounds. And I don't know, she said he was a douchebag and talking to her like abusively and stuff. I love Miesha Tate. One of my favorite female fighters of all time. But mind your fucking business. He's not your coach. What do you have to do with this whole situation? You're wanting to fight the girl. I mean, you already had beef with her. Why does anybody care what Miesha Tate had to say about it?
Abusively, though, like, that's a stretch, man. That's such a reach. That's such
right.
a reach.
Absolutely.
Such a sensitive day and age, man. Nobody would give two fucks if this was a guy talking to another guy.
Yep.
No one would give a shit.
Exactly. But just the fact that all this started because Miesha Tate said it. Neko, I'm going to show you exactly what this reminds me of. This is what this reminds me of when everybody started getting upset about it because Miesha Tate started it. All right, check this out. I just found the video clip. I just thought of this while we were recording because we're talking about it. And I said, like, really, what does it matter what Miesha Tate thinks? Check this out, Neko. Just watch it.
Yeah, man, they would. But I'm like, for real, why you care so much what the Dixie Chicks say? It's not like they political scientists and nothing. They just bitches that can sing good. You know what I mean? Stop worshiping celebrities so much. Just don't listen, pay attention. I remember right around September 11th, Ja Rule was on MTV.
Yes.
We got Ja Rule on the phone. Let's see what Ja's thoughts are on this tragedy. Who gives a fuck what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this? Man, this is ridiculous. I don't want to dance. I'm scared to death. I want some answers that Ja Rule might not have right now. I think when bad shit happens to me, I'll be in the crib like, oh my God, this is terrible. Could somebody please find Ja Rule, get hold of this motherfucker so I can make sense of all this. Where is Ja?
Where is Ja?
Ja Rule.
Classic.
For real. That's literally one of my favorite jokes of his. But it's the truth. Like, who cares what Miesha Tate thinks of this girl's corner?
Factual.
Who cares? I mean, seriously, you two want to fight each other. She's talking shit about your corner. Good. Talk shit about her husband. I don't know. You know, what the fuck? But everybody wants to jump on that bandwagon. Like I said earlier, if she would have won, nobody would have said a word about it. Neko.
Y'all only do this shit honestly because we put the cameras right on the cornerman during this shit to get a word of advice. Because I'm telling you right now, on that football field, the way these head coaches is talking to their players is greasy as hell. Y'all, if this is what you think does it,
yep.
Cancel culture would be full effect if y'all could hear how some of these coaches speak to the NFL players.
Bro, forget the NFL. Coach Fitz used to grab me by the headgear.
Oh, facts. Oh, my
be like,
God.
What the fuck are you doing? You trying to blow this? And I was a high school kid, and that's what I needed between periods, whatever. That when I was getting coached, if somebody was said, well, Will, you know, you got to go out there. You got to hit that double leg. And hell no.
Coach Fitz ran me down in front of the whole team after winning a tournament.
There you go.
Our home tournament on our home floor. I won the tournament, got back into the room, and he told everybody it didn't have shit to do with his skill because he sucks. And he proceeded to rip me a new ass in front of everybody after winning the tournament.
Yep.
Y'all are sensitive.
It's funny you say that. I won the Pizzarelli, the first ever Pizzarelli tournament. And afterwards, he said, congratulations, Getling. You're the dirtiest wrestler I've ever had in my life. That's what he told me. That's what he congratulated me for. But look, that's what I needed. And maybe this is what she needs. She's a very calm, mellow person. Maybe she needs somebody with a little bit of excitement. Look, I used to manage Taco Bell. I was harder on those people than this dude was in the corner. Like, hey, what the fuck are you guys doing? Let's get these tacos out. Bro, that's how you fucking get people motivated. That's how you get them going. For real, man. Like I'd get on my line at Taco Bell and be like, look, we got like 50 cars in the drive-thru. I need you guys to hurry your shit up. Oh, well, then, okay, then get off the line. We'll get somebody else on the line. I don't have time for any drama. We got to do this. We could talk and kumbaya later on and all this other stuff. But right now, we got to take care of business. And that was his point. And like, it was just, I think that the whole thing is just absolutely fucking ridiculous. I think the guy did a pretty good job coaching. He was right. After the fourth round, Neko, I would have stopped giving her advice and just be like, go out and do whatever you want to do. But you know that you're about to lose this fight. I wouldn't have coached her anymore because he gave her the same advice 3 rounds in a row and she didn't do it. I would have said, just go out there and do what you want to do. But if you don't finish this fight, you just wasted it. I mean, that's pretty much all you could do after the fourth round, and your fighter is just not pulling the trigger. I know other coaches, they would say,
what Teddy Atlas do to Michael Moore?
Oh, bro, I told that story, man. He sat in the corner, and Michael Moore's like, "What are you doing?" George Foreman.
Besides that though, he got in there with the cell phone.
Oh, he did. What?
Go ahead, Michael Moore? Wasn't that Michael Moore? He got in there. So, yeah. He got in there on the cell phone. He said, "You know who's on the line right now? Bobby, your ex-wife. They want to know why your kid is crying so hard.
Yes.
Why does Daddy not want to be the heavyweight champ anymore? On the cell phone, on the celly.
Oh my God!
Come on. Yo,
so classic.
Came back in there the following round. Told him, I just got word directly from the table that you're down 4 rounds. They could never do that. They could never do that. He said, "You're good at math. You know what that means, right?"
Yeah. Oh my gosh. For real, bro. Like Teddy Atlas, I always say it. That's like my fighting idol as far as a coach goes, man. Dude is amazing. Every time that he was coaching, training, whatever, between rounds, I felt pumped up. Hey, it might not have worked for his fighters, or it might have. The Timothy Bradley, the fireman thing. Bro.
And Tim didn't even need it. He didn't. Tim. He was boxing that motherfucker up.
Right, but look,
responded like crazy.
Yep. When I hear that, I'm like, man, I feel like going out and fighting somebody. I feel like doing something that motivates me. And if your corner man is doing that, it's because he cares. This dude cares, of course. Like you said, it's her boyfriend. Nobody's talking about the fact that it's her boyfriend. He's an asshole. She should find another gym, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, probably not a good idea, but people can say what they want. I think wrestling coaches, like we said about Fitz, wrestling coaches are some of the hardest, meanest, don't care about your feeling coaches there are. I never played football, Neko, but I know, from videos and different stuff I've seen. Bro, they grab a player by the damn face mask, talk shit, all this other stuff. Don't be so damn sensitive. Don't be so sensitive. Like you said, if it was a man, nobody would have said a word. And like I said, if she would have won, nobody would have said a word. You can't have a double standard. The women are in the UFC, and they're fighting. They are tough motherfuckers. They can handle some verbal lashing in their corner if they're not doing what they're supposed to do. And Neko, we came on this broadcast about a month ago, and we said, what in the hell was Lauren Murphy's coach talking about? What was he doing between rounds? Because he went over there and said, you're doing a good job. Yep. You're doing great. Everything's fine. Is this dude a fucking moron? Really? He's doing fine. I'm more mad at that dude still than I am at Aspen Ladd's coach. I won't talk anymore about it, Neko. I'll let it go. But I would rather somebody be real with me and scream in my face and do what they have to do to get me motivated than coddle me and just act like I'm just this helpless.
Hey, that's what Murphy said that she wanted. She want that calm environment, and maybe Aspen's cool with the environment that she has. And if she's not, then her and her boyfriend / coach talk about that, and things change. She either goes in there with new cornermen, or she's fine with the style and she keeps dealing with what she's got. But y'all don't get to tell this man how to fuck the coach his fighters.
Nope. And that's what he's paid for.
He didn't lay hands on her. And honestly, bro, a smack in the face sometimes, that's what you need. Some of these dudes before powerlifting, they're spotters. whop on the back of their neck, right
Yep.
on the back of their shoulders to get you fired up. And sometimes that's what you need.
Bro, had they never seen Pride when was it Inoki that would walk up and smack certain fighters in the face before they get in the ring?
Before I go in there, before I walk in that ring, I want five fingers across my face, bro.
Bro, he would slap fire out of those motherfuckers. For real.
That's what wakes me up. That's what I like.
So, it's wild, man.
Before we went out on the wrestling mat, we would smack each other up. On the way
Yeah.
out, all dudes hitting you on the back. Get you fired
smack
up.
yourself around a little bit.
Yes, bro. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's footage of me fighting, dude. And before like the fights, I'm just like whopping myself in the side of the ear. Like, yo, different people wake up different ways, man.
That's hilarious. Hey, so we'll go ahead and let the UFC event rest. I did want to show you this though. Your usual suspects list has been completed for the week. I know I slacked off last week and didn't do one, but everybody you said for last week, here it is.
Man, there's a whole bunch of idiots. Chuck, we're gonna let you rock though. That's why you get to turn your back, because we don't really know yet. But when we find out if you did or not, then we're gonna turn you over and you're gonna be looking at us.
For real.
But now you get to hide your face for a little bit longer though.
Aljo stays on the list forever.
Yo, Will showed me this earlier. I had no clue why Aljo was on here, but I guess he can still make the domestic violence edition.
Man, I think his wife might beat him up though. Actually,
yo, big facts.
But
she grabbed him by the back of the neck.
She's like, "What'd you say, boy?"
She's like, "I end this shit right now. Yep. I end your whole shit. Take that garbage.
Better wash them fucking dishes." Oh my god. But yeah, Nico. So the usual suspects. That was that. I did want to show you this, man, and I don't care if it's old. I fucking love it still, man. Till the day I die, until the day you die, Nico, we will both know exactly what this means. For real.
Yes.
Anytime.
Decent performance too.
It really was.
That was a decent performance by that, bro.
So who did Matt beat that night?
It wasn't Trig, was it?
Maybe it probably was. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe BJ Penn, but no, it's probably Trig.
I thought it was where he carried Trig across the ring.
Yeah, probably after he got kicked in the nuts.
I think yeah. I could be wrong, but yo, man, fighting was brilliant back then.
It really was a great performance. I mean, damn, he won the fight after he almost got knocked out after get kicked in the nuts. I mean, oh, geez, man, that's just wild. And let's see, there was another meme I wanted to show you, Nico. This is good. And I don't know if you've heard much about it, and I'll explain it to you if you haven't. But have you seen the whole stuff with Joe Rogan?
Well, what's that?
Well, check this out first, and then I'll explain. You see this? I'm drinking lots of water, Joe Rogan says, and the dude from CNN says, Joe Rogan promotes ingesting liquid commonly used as engine coolant.
No.
So what actually happened is Joe Rogan said he was taking the dewormer when he had COVID and that it helped and he got over it real quick. Okay. CNN reported that it was a horse dewormer. Okay. The company that he took the dewormer from makes one for animals and makes one for humans. Joe Rogan took the one for humans. CNN just ran with it and said that he took the one for animals and said they were for horses. Joe Rogan has already proven that he had a prescription for it and got it at a pharmacy. So he had CNN's main doctor, Gupta, Sanjay Gupta, I think is his name, on the show last week and said, well, why did you let them lie? Why didn't you correct them? Bro, he had nothing to say. He didn't know what to say, man. He was called out and he was done.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan, you don't fuck with the dude, man. That dude is a verbal assassin. You can't sit there and argue with him unless you know your shit and you know that you're right. So anyway, he basically shut down CNN as far as them talking shit about him. They don't like him, and they came out on the losing end of this little foray with Joe Rogan. So it's all good. The other thing I did want to show you, and like I said, I don't really have very many memes this week, Nico. But this right here spoke volumes to me. I just want you to see this right here from Israel Adesanya.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
Yes, I want to see my children do well. Yes,
Bro.
absolutely.
Yep. Tim, I have no idea why you would take a dewormer for COVID, but his doctor prescribed it and they said that it worked. So, I mean, some people believe that it helps. I'm really not sure. But the thing about a dewormer is it cleans out like your intestines. So, yeah, if you had worms, it would take the worms out. But if you have any other kind of stuff in there that is making you not feel good or doesn't belong in there, it's getting that out as well. So that probably has something to do with it. I mean, I'm not exactly a doctor. I'm pretty close. But I'm not a total doctor. But it's all good.
Total doctor.
I'm close to a doctor. I mean, I should be a doctor. I play one on TV sometimes. But
Doogie
anyway,
Howser
oh
looking
my
ass
God.
boy.
Oh my gosh. Hey, I did want to say also before I go any further, I forgot to say something earlier. I do apologize, but I just wanted to say rest in peace to Brian Gassaway. He's a former MMA fighter. He's in WEC, Bellator, King of the Cage, Shudo, and Pancrase. Gassaway, they haven't said exactly what happened to him yet. He lived in Chicago. He was in the UFC for one fight against Diego Sanchez. And it's just sad, man. I mean, he's 54 years old. Retired pro fighter, and he brought a lot of entertainment to a lot of people. So rest in peace to Brian. And Neko, the other thing that I wanted to discuss with you, what was it again? So now I don't know if this is true, Neko, and we gotta see if this is actually true. And I'm not going to tell the whole story, but according to Dylan Dennis, when he got into it with those security guards, the whole situation we talked about on the air, he said that he was face to face with one guy and another guy came up behind him and said, "You're under arrest." And the dude that said you're under arrest grabbed him by the arm and put the arm around his throat. He says that's how the dude started choking him, because he stopped doing anything because he thought the guy was a cop, and that there's charges against the guy for impersonating a police officer. I don't know if that's true or whatever, but there is a report that that Dylan Dennis got out of jail in like 20 minutes, and the cops drove him back to a party because they realized he wasn't in the wrong. That's one of the reports that I saw. So let's just see what happens with that. But it makes sense, if you're just completely calm. I don't care who you are. If you're completely calm and a guy twice your size puts his arm around your throat, it's going to be hard to get out of. You know what I mean? And he's not a big dude. Dylan Dennis might walk at, I don't know, 160, 170. And that dude looked every bit of like 250, 300 pounds. So
Is nice. That story is nice and all. He's still a dickhead.
Oh, I agree, man. I totally agree. But, we'll just.
Clown, dickhead.
He's an asshole, man. He really is. He's an asshole. But, and there's one other story we're going to talk about in a few minutes. But let's talk about Bellator, man. Tell me about the weekend. Run me through it, man.
It was great, man.
You flew out on Thursday? Is that right?
Out there on Thursday. I don't know if people are allowed to go to the weigh-ins or not. Like if it was open to the public crowd. Watched it online. Homie came in like 204.5, looking shredded to the gills. Nemkov looked great as well. Rolled in for the fights around the time Al Burkeson was fighting. That was a great fight. That got the people jazzed up. Benson, he did his thing, dude. He looked decent, even though he came up short. He looked good, man. It was awesome seeing him get after it. It's been. I remember watching him fight back in high school, bro. Like he's been around forever. I was just like, kept looking at my homies, like I cannot believe this dude is jerking the curtain for our boy right now. Like this is insane. energy was just through the roof the whole entire night, man. These guys were all getting after it. They were laying it all on the line, dude. It was an exciting moment in every fight and every exchange. So
Right.
by the time Bader came out, the roof was getting blown off the place. He had a lot of fans in the building. That's his hometown, I believe. Um,
Yep.
Corey Anderson did exactly what he said he would do and shushed the crowd. Landed one of the craziest right hands I've ever seen in person. That thing, like I heard it from the stands. It was so crazy, dude. Um, Julius came out. He, did the main event versus Nemkov. Very clean in the beginning. Nemkov went for a wild 3-6. He went crazy for this uppercut. Julius came with a 1-2 right down the pipe, rocked him. Well, damn near dropped him.
Dropped him to his ass. Yeah.
Dropped to his ass. Hindsight will always be 2020. I'm sure he'll think of a million different things that he could have did within that moment, but that was his moment. That was the one shot that he probably had at getting that thing done. After that, Nemkov showed much resolve. He went to the takedown and he worked his ground and pound and jiu-jitsu. He sliced my boy open after my boy sliced him open first. Nemkov was the first one to bleed that night.
Neko, now I'm not trying to burst your bubble, bro, but they showed the replay and it was actually a headbutt that busted Nemkov open.
Hey, I don't care, man.
No, I'm just telling you, man.
You draw blood, baby. Anyway, you draw blood.
If it was a first blood match,
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I hope that this can be heard too on camera. After Julius rocked him, they had another exchange, and Julius threw like an open hand slap, kind of, and he poked him in the eye a little bit. And somebody in the crowd was like, "Your boy out there cheating," and I was like, "If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying." Come on, man. I don't care. He can do no wrong in my eyes. And if you know his character, you know he would never intentionally do no shit like that.
Right.
He don't have that in him. But Nemkov dominated 2 through 4, I believe. He got Julius out there with a switch side Kimura. He was throwing up a bunch of submission attempts. Julius was doing a damn good job defending those submission attempts. And I had told y'all on the last episode after watching Nemkov's open workout that I thought he was going to try and take Julius into deep water and look for the submission. Go back us up there. So
after that right hand, though, it definitely could be noticed that Nemkov did not want to stand with him.
No, he didn't want to stand with him at all. Throw them pictures up that I just sent you.
Okay, I could do that. But yeah, man, it was an awesome fight. I loved it. It was cool, man. I mean,
he's always said that he wanted to come out of a war bloody mess like this too, man. So I'm glad he got his wish. I just wish it was with him getting his hand raised as well and looking Corey in the eyes, fighting for $1 million next. But we'll get there again. He's on the radar now, and after the crowd went crazy for him like that, Scott Coker knows what's up. That could be dollar signs for him in the future. So just keep an eye on my boy. I think, like you said, maybe 3 more fights so we can get back in that picture again. Maybe somebody like Al Berkson in a 3-round fight, and then we're looking at like 2 5-round fights.
Yeah,
we do that. Then we're back on the map for sure.
Yep. So you meant to send me a picture of his legs.
No,
his toe. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I'll show you his toes, man. His toes is jacked up.
Who Julius is?
No.
Oh, Nemkov's?
Nemkov's toes, man. Look at. So first, I sent you that picture so you can show the next picture where his toes is looking crazy.
Crazy looking, man.
Yo, oh my god, man, them things is brutal, bro.
Bro, those.
That's the gnarliest looking feet I've ever.
For real.
Look so uncomfortable, Will. Oh my god,
that shit. That looks fake.
Look at that beast right there, man.
Yep, it looks fake, man. It does, doesn't it? I mean, it looks like it's like it looks like he's made up for a movie.
Yeah, dude. What a beast.
Yeah,
he went out to dinner. Still went out to dinner afterwards.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hey, look, those Russian dudes, man, they're a hell of a wrestler, man. Those Russian dudes can wrestle their asses off.
Yeah,
Nothing
man.
to be ashamed of.
Nah,
You
man.
know,
We go back to the drawing board. Lesson learned. It is what it is, man.
Tim
Look,
said most of that blood is
but look.
Nemkov's.
If you went out there and you put money down on Julius to win with those 450, the plus 450 odds,
Mhm.
I know you was excited when he landed that right hand. You had to be
Yep.
jumping up on your couch, man. And that's why he's still a good bet. Because at
Yep.
any moment in time, it could be lights out. It could
Yep.
be lights out, dude. He's so clean with that 1-2 down the pipe, man. You can't reach wide on the kid. And you're
No.
gonna have to take that away from him. You don't want to stand with him. You don't want to stand with
No.
him. I'm telling you right now, when he gets far better at getting back to his feet, either through cage walking or just on the open mat, shrimping, kicking you off, and getting back to his feet, it's gonna be a fucking wrap. Nobody want to see that boy in the hands.
Yeah, I feel you on that. You know, you were talking about who he could fight next. Man, I'll be honest with you, bro. I'd be calling for some shots, man. I would call out
Lyoto,
Machida.
yep,
Yeah, I'll call out Machida. I would call out Bader, but Bader's going to go back up to heavyweight to do the title thing, and I don't know if we'll see Bader fight at light heavyweight again, man.
yeah.
I mean, he's doing good at heavyweight, and he comes down to light heavyweight, loses 2 out of 3, and now we're supposed to watch this dude defend the heavyweight title. Big mistake, man. Stay at heavyweight, bro. You won the heavyweight Grand Prix. Got nothing to prove there. Look, I know Julius is ranked above Lyoto Machida and Melvin Manhoff. I still would want to see him fight them, bro.
Yeah.
If I was him, I'd still call them out.
Yeah, man.
You
They're
know.
good names. It's gonna be good money. So
Yep.
might as well.
And even in a loss, I think they might bump Julius up to number 4, because bro, he's 3-1 in Bellator right now, I believe, and Rumble Johnson's 1-0, and all he fought was basically a scrub, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he fight like a nobody? That he's got nothing to be ashamed of. That was an awesome performance. And look, man, I mean, oh Jesus, yeah, Tim had a parlay, bro. Yeah,
What was the guy hit for if you won? What was the guy hit for?
2,500.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He hit with Corey Anderson and who else, Tim? He hit with Corey Anderson and somebody from the UFC. I can't even maybe Arlovsky. I can't remember though. But hey, I put this up as a preview to Wednesday night. We're gonna discuss who's the bigger screw up, Conor McGregor or John Jones. Yeah, I knew it all came down to Julius. Who were the other 2 that you had bet on though, Tim, or 3, whatever? But yeah, we're going to discuss who's the bigger screw up, Conor McGregor or John Jones. I know you and I both have a lot of opinions on this, and I think that they both have fucked up their life plenty. But we'll talk about it. Don't give anything away now, Neko. We'll save it for Wednesday. But
Right.
but overall, man, awesome experience or what?
Dude, it was so great, man. It was the best time, dude. Directly after the fight, ran all the way down to where the fighters passed through, dapped them up, told them I loved them. Like it was so great, dude. This
That's what's up.
atmosphere was dope. All the homies getting together to support him was great. It was literally like he had 4 or 5 different sections. It was me and my homies from SH in the stands at one section. It was another section of Hill Street boxing on the floor level, right next to the cage. His father, his brother, his sister-in-law were literally cage side. Uh, it was some of the kids that he used to coach up for wrestling sitting on the opposite side of the cage. He had his dudes from the gym there. Like,
Nice.
none of them was from Arizona, John. It wasn't the hometown crowd. It was us. We showed up in masses for the boy, because that's what we do for ours, man.
Yep.
So
That's what's up, man.
it was a great time, man. Seriously.
That's insane, man. I love to hear it, man. I'm glad you had a good time. Very cool. Last thing I want to talk about, Neko, and I just when he said it, I was like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? And then he got called out. Let's see. Okay. Oh, he took Brent Primus, Corey Anderson, and Julius. That's what it was. Yeah. That was. I'd have loved to have seen him finish the fight, Tim, for that 2,500. You could have sent me 500, Neko 500. It's all semantics, bro. But so check this out, Neko. Corey Anderson, after he won his fight, right? He said, "I'm the best light heavyweight in the world." You heard him say that?
Yeah, I heard him say it.
The fuck is this dude talking about, man? You got knocked. You got knocked the fuck out by Jan Blachowicz and then left the UFC.
But what does that leave them at?
It leaves them at one apiece.
At one apiece.
But Neko,
you can land a lucky punch. You can land a lucky punch. He made Jan his bitch for 3 rounds.
In the first fight, that's what he said. Yeah. Right. Number one, he's going to have to beat Nemkov first, which is going to be a tall order for Corey Anderson to do, especially with as good as Nemkov's wrestling looked in this fight. So you're going to have to win that fight first. Number two, we all know, Neko, if you're not the UFC light heavyweight champion, you can't lay that claim, bro. You can't lay that claim.
Why?
Because you're not at the pinnacle, bro.
Look, all right, great. I know what the number one show is. I know what the number one show in town is. But look, if he say that he the best and he won up with the guy, he might got a claim for it. And don't he got to win over Glover Teixeira as well?
Does Corey Anderson? I don't know. I thought Glover beat him.
Corey Anderson might got to win over Glover as well.
Let me look real quick. Let's see. Yeah, he lost the unanimous decision.
So Glover fuck around and win this fight. Why can't he lay claim to it? He's a part of those 3 best heavyweights in the world. He can lay that claim.
But bro, if you look at it though, so that was in 17. He beat Glover in where was that again? I'm sorry, I'm looking back real quick. He beat Glover in 2018. In 2017, he was getting knocked out by Ovince St. Preux and Jimmy Manuwa.
Okay.
I mean, those are 2 kind of like not that top of the line fighters, man.
Look, all I'm reading right now is that the heavyweight or light heavyweight division don't necessarily got a king of the throne.
It doesn't,
That's all it seemed like to me.
And because John left,
this boy Yuri jump up there.
I feel you. I feel you on that.
Yuri fuck around and grab a title at light heavyweight. Don't nobody say a fucking word. Nobody even fix
Let me ask you this, man. If Nemkov was in the UFC, how would he do?
If Nemkov was in the UFC, how would he do? I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, you think he would? You think he? I don't know.
I think he would. I think if Nemkov was in the UFC, he would fight at 185.
That's interesting. I could see that. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. That's definitely a good answer, man. I'm of the opinion if you're fuck Tito and Chuck and their fight 10 years after they retired. If you're 2 active fighters, and yeah, this guy beat me a while ago, but then I went and knocked him the fuck out, I feel like I got one up on you. You want to come back, cool, but we're not really even right now because I beat you the last time. That's what I think. That's how I feel about that kind of a thing, man. Because look, Neko, let's look at it this way. You remember when GSP got submitted by Matt Hughes? The next time GSP went out there and beat his ass, he didn't have to go out there a 3rd time and beat him. He did, but he didn't have to let everybody know that Matt Hughes is my bitch.
But you just said something that was crucial. He did.
He did it the 3rd time, but he didn't have to. He really didn't have to, man.
But he did.
He did. He did, but Corey Anderson left the UFC. He didn't resign.
It's undisputed. You do have to. You do have to. I know what you're saying. It's done so decisively that you don't have to. But when somebody can walk around being like, yo, it was a lucky punch. No, I didn't leave because he knocked me out. I left because I wanted to get more money than I've ever made at the UFC.
Look,
Like,
Nico,
you
according
have
to
these
Conor
built-in
McGregor,
excuses.
according to Conor McGregor, if you win by submission or decision, you didn't really win the fight.
I think he got every
I know
excuse
you
in the
saw him
book.
say that, huh?
Yeah, I did. He got every excuse in the book.
Oh man,
That's the king of excuses.
Nico, let me ask you this. We'll finish up here in a minute, but how big is Brent Primus in person? Is that motherfucker huge or what?
Massive.
For 155, I don't know how the hell that dude gets down so low. I mean, he's a lifelong wrestler, and that helps. But Jesus Christ, he looked like he was 170 at least to Ben Henderson's 155. He really did, man. The dude looks like a welterweight or a middleweight that had cut weight to get down there.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me, man. Like I said, it didn't look like him and Ben Henderson just belonged in the same weight class. I know Ben has big legs, but man, it didn't. They did not look like they fought in the same division. But you know, it's all good. Neither here nor there. Nico, anything else you want to discuss before we wrap this up?
Yo, man, George Masvidal. He's about to be over at AEW, fucking somebody up. I don't know who or when, but it's coming, man.
Hey,
and Junior Dos Santos looked good, man. He looked good in his fight with Chris Jericho. Yeah, man.
I didn't get to see it.
All them boys going over there putting on a show, man. That's pretty funny. It's dope.
They're probably making good money too.
Yeah, what's his name? Dan Lambert.
Yep.
It's all his peoples.
Yeah, pretty cool. ATT, right? Yeah.
Yeah, ATT, Paige Van Zandt, all them.
Yep, that's what's up, man. All right, Nico. Well, look, we're gonna wrap this thing up, man, and we'll be back together on Wednesday to discuss. Are there some fights next weekend? What's going on next weekend? UFC 10.
Fight on this weekend.
There is. Let's see. Was it the 23rd? I guess. Oh yeah. Vittori versus Costa, and Rick Glenn versus Grant Dawson, and Jessica Rose Clark versus Jocelyn Edwards. Yeah, there's a decent fight on this weekend. So I'm pretty excited about that. And Nico, man, I think if we could get it together, man, we might do a Saturday night episode instead of Sunday night the following week, because that will be the 30th, and the UFC event is on at like 3 p.m. And the next day is Halloween, so I figured maybe we'll do Saturday night after the UFC. We'll come on for the post show. What do you think, man?
That works for me.
So if we can work that out, man, that way, you know, you get Jax out there for Halloween. You don't have to worry about, you know, anything, and I don't have to worry about setting up and all that stuff. So anyway, for the Fight Gods, I'm Will, and Nico is about to take you out of here.
There is no need to adjust your screen. It's not Bruce Buffer, but you've been here live on TFG. Thank you for joining us, and we will holler at y'all on Sunday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, facts.
Peace out.
Peace.